Thank you, Mr. Chair. And if I could start just by saying thanks to my colleagues for their collaborative approach to this process. PV7 is similar with respect to item F of how regulations are made. Currently, it says that governor in council may make regulations respecting applications for a benefit. The new text of PV7 would change that to be respecting applications for a benefit, including regulations providing for an application process that is without barriers as defined in Section 2 of the Canada Accessibility Act. This follows the recommendations from many of the organizations that we heard from that are calling for the Canada Disability Benefit to be as accessible as possible, that it might be ideally even automatic when a person might file their income taxes, and this would encourage in the recommendations for that accessibility to be put front and center, following again calls we've heard from many organizations, including the Accessibility of Ontarians with Disabilities Act Alliance and the 25 signatories to their letter. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Mr. Kuzmarchuk.
Well, thank you very much, Mr. Chair. And again, another excellent amendment suggested by my colleague. Goes to show teamwork makes the dream work. I did want to just raise one small flag and perhaps ask for a friendly amendment if that's possible, which is if the amendment can refer not to the Canada Accessibility Act, but to the Accessible Canada Act. Which is, I believe, the act that my colleague was seeking to reference. And so if we can just, again, change it from the Canada Accessibility Act to the Accessible Canada Act, that would be terrific. And I'm not sure if we need a motion or a amendment or...
We'll see what the discussion is.
Do I get to... I certainly see that as a friendly amendment.
Madam Clerk, do we need to deal with it separately? If there's unanimous consent on a minor change, the committee can agree to sub-amendment. So I'm seeing unanimous consent unless somebody objects. So that was accepted, Mr. Kuzmarchuk. Now we'll vote on shall PV7 carry as the minor amendment. Oh, Ms. Gray.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I just wanted to comment that that it absolutely makes sense to have this in here. It's too bad it wasn't in the legislation previous, because it definitely makes sense to make sure that that the application process is accessible and barrier-free. Thank you.
Okay. Again, shall PV7 carry as amended? Seeing no dissent, PV7 carried with the minor amendment unanimously.